everybody. Woo, woo. So today's a big day.
It is. Today is Anastasia Day.
And we're gonna compare the Anastasia Contour Cream Kit versus
good old classic powders.
One of the most important things, everyone has different ways of highlighting and contouring. There is no right or wrong way.
Especially because everyone has different face shapes.
And there's no right or wrong way. Just don't over contour because that's so like 2008. But yeah, I'm gonna show you guys how I specifically contour. I start by applying foundation. When highlighting and contouring, I like to start by drawing a V with the highlighter under my eyes. That's a trick I've learned to cover dark circles. Then if you want to give the illusion your nose is slimmer than it actually is, highlight the top of your nose by lining it. I like to highlight in between my eyebrows on the lower side of my forehead because it gives that J-Lo glow look. One thing to remember when highlighting is to have your T-zone in mind. Now time for contouring. Obviously start with your cheekbones. A good tip here is to do the kissy face. That way you'll find the bottom of your cheekbone where you should be contouring. If you have a 5 head like me, contouring the top of your forehead is a must. That gives the illusion of a smaller forehead. I live by this. Now to continue to give the illusion that your nose is actually thinner than it is, draw a contoured line on both sides of the highlight. You could call this a free nose job. I never used to contour under my brow bone, but since I've started recently, I've been getting a lot of compliments on how my makeup looks. Try it out. Then I like to highlight under my eyebrows. Now it's time to blend. I use the thick portion of the blender to work the contour in and the thin side for the highlighting areas. Now that I've highlighted and contoured, I'm gonna do the rest of my makeup so you guys see the final look.
So what did you think?
Obsessed.
It looks really good.
Honestly, I love the fact that it comes in a palette of 6. It's 40
and for
bucks.
$40, you get so much product.
Yeah, and because like you basically, it's not like other palettes where there's 6 but you only end up using 1 and it just takes up a lot of space. I used almost all. I could have used the other 2 as well. I just didn't this time, but I love it. I love the way it makes my face look.
It looks really natural and really just like that subtle highlight and contour. Definitely not overdone.
The only con I would give, and it's not so much a con as much as my routine. As you guys know, I crease a lot, so I always have to be conscious with my creasing. So usually when I highlight and put on my concealer, I put on the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder, and then I finish all my makeup and then wipe it off with my 925 brush. So that always prevents me from creasing, and I didn't do that today. I used the contour kit, the banana, and I noticed I was creasing, so I quickly put on my translucent powder, and I'm obsessed. I love it.
It looks really good on.
I give it like 45 thumbs up. Honestly, she makes really great
She
products.
does. She makes good products, and you get a lot for your money.
Yeah. All right, you're gonna do the powders.
Powder. You ready? So a good guideline for highlighting is to basically go from the top of your ear down here, right underneath your cheekbone. I like to highlight my temples and around my hairline. Along my jawline, all the way down. And then I can use the thinner side of my brush to contour the side of my nose. I like to take a bigger blending brush and just blend this all the way in. This fan brush is one of my favorites. It's so easy to use. I'm gonna take the fan brush and I'm gonna highlight basically where my actual cheekbone is. If you have a hard time finding it under your eye socket, you can just run your finger through it, and that's exactly where you should be highlighting. I'm careful not to highlight too much around my nose and T-zone because I do get oily, and I'll highlight just a tiny bit right under where I did my contour. And it's as simple as that.
Fabulous!
I use this all the time, so I'm actually a really big fan of the product. What did you think of the cream one? You loved it.
I love the cream because I've said it, I think like 1,000 times. I like to kind of get the structure of my face going and then add on all the rest of my makeup. I'm always nervous with the powder because you're like almost done and you're like, let me just add some contour. Oh shit, I added too much. It could go wrong.
Basically, you can start your entire face with the cream.
Yeah.
And if you already have an entire face, you can end it with the powder.
Yeah.
But overall, both really great products.
Really great products. 40 bucks, definitely worth it. You get a lot for what you're paying for.
17 thumbs up.
Yeah!
Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.
See you.
If you're not already subscribed to our channel, please, please, please do so by clicking here. And we tried the Coke rinse. What did we think?